You can't name many filmmakers like him. A film director, producer, action screenwriter and entrepreneur with significant box office records and success in Hollywood. You can hardly see a man holding so many dreams and pursuing after with no stop. Stanley Tong, a dream maker, a dream chaser, will lead us into his dreamland.
So nice to have you here again. You know, I know you've been quite busy these days. What have you been with?
Well, the last 2 years I've been busy producing the latest TV drama, The Preacher Yue. It's a dream of mine that I want to make this into a movie, into a TV drama for the last 18 years.
18 years?
18 years, and then I actually start to prep and to work on the script is 11 years ago.
So it's been very, very long time. Suffered a lot?
Yeah, well, every time after I finish the project, I forgot all the things that I suffer. yeah, and during the process, yeah, there's a lot of headache. I think when I choose this topic is about the most famous general in the Song Dynasty, the Southern Song Dynasty, and he defeated the Jin army that invading the southern China for over 20 years, and that was the story that I heard since I was a kid in school, and he actually have a lot of impact, you know, on myself, you know, or how to behave myself, how to being a man, and how to, you know, face all the difficulties in my career. And so I want to make it into a movie and make it into a TV drama. And so maybe I can do some impact on the young generations so they can have the same feeling.
So this is something about the mission in your dream. You want to be the hero like him? Well,
deep inside, I want to learn from him, and I want to be a meaningful person, you know, like before I go, you know, and I want to do something meaningful, you know, like since I choose my career as a producer director.
You know, in 2011, I heard that you opened a class for training the Kung Fu stars in Shanghai Theatre Academy. What is the reason for you to set up this class?
Because in China, we have the production always spend money in actors. And so everybody pay a big price to the actors, the lead actors. So the drama became only that key actors you can watch, and the rest, you know, of the production is very bad, you know, and eventually the audience doesn't like it. So because of the Preacher Yue have a lot of young actors, there's a lot of them that they not only need to act, but they need to fight in the battlefield. You know, like the kids this day, not many people know how to do horseback riding, you know. So I set up the class, you know, and train a lot of students. They are from the dancing school, from the sports and martial arts schools, and for the acting class. So I chose a whole bunch of them, and then I start to train them.
This training program aims to bring out action movie stars, which helps many young film talents to realize their dreams. All the students in this class were selected by Stanley himself. Once Stanley locked his eyes on the student candidates, no matter where they were from and in which area they would like to develop, he had his way to convince them to join in the class.
To me, what is important that I like to work with the person are more humble and very polite and also aggressive. I will promise them some limited, chance, to be in the industry, which I can execute, which I can do.
Stanley kept his promise. Students with outstanding performance got opportunities to play roles, some even prime roles in Stanley's grand TV series production, The Patriots of Yue-Fei. The leading role, General Yue-Fei, was played by Huang Xiaoming, one of the most prominent young generation actors in China.
I think that Chinese filmmakers, we need to brought up some more young generations actors. And so I chose Huang Xiaoming. One thing I really admire him is like when I give him the script of The Patriot Yue-Fei, and I told him about more details about the story background. And he also a big fans of him. And so he willing to learn the martial art because this genre is very famous in spears. And other than that, he's also a poem. He's got very good calligraphy. So Xiaoming also learned all of that.
Great.
Yeah, he willing to put up over a year of his own time, whether he's shooting other movies, other TV drama. He brought the trainer with him. And I'm very happy that to see a Chinese actor who willing to do this in like the Hollywood actors.
I suddenly realized that the training program of action movie stars is just one of the stops on Stanley's way to his destination. He has been making all his efforts to reach that goal and to realize the dream that he has been chasing after in the past 30 years.
After Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and Donnie Yen, and you don't really see a young generation name the action stars, came out, And so the reason why we don't have it is we don't have a production company like Golden Harvest, like TVB. They have a big company, and they are keep investing in people. In Hong Kong TVB and Golden Harvest, why they came up with so many actors, like Chow Yun-fat, Liu Dehua, Andy Lau, Tony Leung, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, is the producer, is the owner of the studio. They keep investing in the person. So they're building up the team and not just do projects.
From stuntman to film director to producer to entrepreneur, Stanley has been playing multiple roles in the filmmaking industry. The more he learns, the bigger dream he would pursue.
You were an actor before, right? Acting. You took some acting before.
Yeah, some acting, but very small role.
What made you finally decided to settle as a film director?
Well, I love creative ideas. I love dreaming, and I find out if I'm being an actor, I can't really, do whatever I wanted to do. If you're an actor, if you take the project, you still have to, people are casting you to the role, whether you're suitable or not. A lot of people can select in the pool. And then whether the audience will like you or not, Even though you're a very good actor, but if you choose the wrong role, if you work with a wrong director, if you work with a wrong production, it can turn out, to be a very bad movie, which you can do nothing about it. And you're not really controlling, the project. And I find out as a director, as a writer, you can put your dreams, turn your dreams into real. And you are the one who controlling the project as a director. So it's not other people controlling you. So, but after I become a director, then I find out, no, the producer's controlling me.
Yes,
the
of course.
investor's controlling me.
Yeah.
So then I would say, well, then I have to be a producer. And I have to be an investor. So then I can control my own destiny. I can control my own dreams. I can do my own work. And so that's why I've been, moving, a step by a step, a step by a step.
So one thing is very clear, that you don't want to be controlled, but you do want to control.
Well, yes.
I know you were saying, you have to say yes.
Stanley doesn't like to be controlled. In fact, he would like to be the one to control in general.
你不要跑这么边，你跑那边进来好不好？
While working with superstars who are not willing to be controlled as well, who would have the final call?
When do you think you were ready at the very first moment?
In the very first one, I didn't know. The first time I worked with Jackie Chan, I might get fired.
Stay tuned with Talk to Lei. He is not a film star, but a man behind the scenes.
I'm a good soldier.
You can often see thousands of fans chasing after him.
It's not other people controlling you.
He has many dreams waiting to be realized one after another.
As a director, you can put your dreams into real.
Let's step into Stanley Tong, a world-famous filmmaker's dream world on July 6th, 10 p.m. at Talk to Lei on ICS.
Is it hard? How did you manage to work with them?
Well, I think to work with the big actors, good actors, and you got to prepare as a director. If you really prepare for the script, if you really prepare for your work, so when you go talk to them, when you communicate with them, and they can feel it because they're professional. They can feel the director where he is sincere, whether he's been able to control it. Did he have a mind of how to make my characters, special? That I think you have to prepare yourself, for the meetings. That's what I learned from my boss. They say, if you're not ready for the meeting, call it off. Take the meeting until you're ready. So this is what I always learn to work with the superstars. If you're not ready, don't work with them.
When do you think you were ready at the very first moment?
In the very first one, I didn't know. The first time I worked with Jackie Chan, I was very skeptical. I was worried that, maybe the first week, of directing, I might get fired, And so I do my homework and watch all his films, and again and again, and to find out and to lock out what I like about it. And so when I come to the set, when I design every sequence, I told him ahead of time to respect him, and then to get his opinion. And the best thing is to get his opinion.
Okay.
When he was on set, when I was on his set, I was really alert. No matter how tired I am, my eyes have to still be open, can't fall asleep.
The release of Rumble in the Bronx in the United States in 1996 became the beginning of Jackie Chan's fame in Hollywood and later at the rest of the world. Stanley thus was renowned as the first Chinese film director making a Hollywood breakthrough.
Compared to those actors, actresses, they're under the spotlight and wearing the glory, as always. So you are the man behind the scenes. Have you ever thought a little bit felt lonely or frustrated?
No, I feel lonely when my boss, the Golden Harvest, Leonard Ho, passed away. Because he's my mentor, and he brought me into Golden Harvest to give me a chance to direct Jackie. And every project that I got him to discuss, to talk about my dreams, and he always been very very helpful, and he's very humble, and I learned so much from him. But since I went to Hollywood to direct my first movie, Mr. Magoo, and at that time when I do my promotion tour, he passed away. And that's the time that I feel very loneliest because I have nobody to talk to. And then since then, I have to grow up more. I have to become somebody's mentor. And then whenever you have problems that you face, you can solve. And you always feel lonely, but when you see the actors on the spotlight, when you see them getting the award from your movies, for your drama, you feel very happy,
I can deeply feel the pride and joy from Stanley. While asking about his favorite production, the answer is no exceptional.
The Patriot UFA, I hope that it will be my best.
To a dream chaser, he would never stop to look back, but to keep walking all the way ahead.
Is there anything that can beat you?
It beat me, I always get beaten up. Just never give up.
Stay tuned with Talk to Lei.
Tam Chi-wei said that you will want to become the second from Rang Shao. So do you have that kind of mission ahead?
Well, because I started my career back in Shaw Brothers Studio back in 1979 when I first joined the industry, and Run Shaw is my boss. And then I joined Golden Harvest in 1991, and Raymond Chow, Nana Ho is my boss. I see how they do, as a filmmaker, how they become very successful and how they, build up so many talents, and how they run the company. Mm-hmm. And since I went to Hollywood, I worked for Disney, I worked for CBS and Fox, and I came back in China for the last 13 years. And I realized a lot of people right now is just want to move to Hollywood, way of doing things, just move it into China. But I find out Hollywood is still NTSC. We are PAL.
Yeah.
We need a multi-system, like a platform to house, two systems together and two filmmakers together. I wanted to do a production studio in Shanghai, like a studio city that can, help a foreign filmmaker to come into China and to work, with the market, and they have service. Mm-hmm. It will be very simple, just like the car industry.
Yeah.
Or we need cars. If we only import them, we have to pay tax. Instead of bringing them in, we joint venture with them. Yes. Let's produce the car within our country.
In 2012, led by Stanley Tong, 4 investors co-established Shanghai Mega Studio City Investment Holding Company Limited to develop the Dream City project. Although Stanley denied he would become the Run Shaw Jr., in my opinion, what he has been doing shares many aspects in common with Sir Run Shaw. The Dream City he is building up is a high-tech creative industry district where the world's first-class teams in film and TV industry will be settled. Once the Dream City is established, Stanley's biggest dream will eventually come true.
How long do you think you can realize this dream?
Well, I've been working for many years on this dream, already, and it will be start building at the end of this year, 2-3 years to 5 years, and it will be fully function in 3 years. You may call, a lot of people will try to call, oh, this is Hollywood of China, this is China Wood, this is whatever. You know, you have people doubt about whether you can do it or not, because I never do such a big project before. And I would say, well, I have this dream that I believe that we can do it. It's just like the characters I was doing, the Patriot UFA. He's doing something that everybody think that he won't be able to do. He won't be able to defeat the Jin army because they are strong. And because we are weak, we don't have soldier, we don't have trained soldier, we don't have enough food, you know, for the soldier. How can we fight them? He's the one who tried to think about the impossible. So the reason why I like about him, because he's been fighting for his whole life. I've seen a lot of difficulties. I've seen a lot of great entrepreneurs. I see a lot of great wealthy investors, and they have one thing that are very common. It's never give up. If you have a dream, don't give up, you know, until you get it done.
Actually, I have known Stanley for a long time. However, he never told me of this dream before. Stanley said, now it is the time. And I understand. It is the time to share with me that the dream has been on its way to be realized.
Is there anything that can beat you?
Get beat me, I always get beaten up badly. you know, sometimes, you know, like when I direct my movies, you know, and I think the first couple movies, I end up crying all the time, you know, like 2-3 times in every movie. Of course, I cry on my own, you know, like when I go to bed, you know, I feel like, why I am serving everybody? You know, who's serving me? You know, and I sometimes I just, you know, break down, and but once I get up, wake up the next morning, hey, life still go on, man. Let's move your ass and get back to work, you know, and that's my character. So I think I'm a good soldier.
So, whenever you achieve a success, whom are the most person that you would like to talk to and share with all of your glory and success?
I would love to share with my mom. You know, my mom is 85 years old now, but she looks like 65. You know?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she's very beautiful. And my dad passed away, you know, like when I was 35. You know, it was 1995. He passed away when I was shooting Jackie Chan's First Strike. You know, I still remember the day that I was shooting on the nuclear submarine. I heard the news. I was crying, you know, on the submarine. And then I hope he knows that I am doing quite well this year.
He's watching.
Yeah, and the first one I want to share is with my mom.
Everyone has dreams, but not everyone can realize their dreams or turn dreams into life goals. Stanley is still on his way of pursuing his dreams. At the same time, he's enjoying those achievements rooted from his dreams. Dear Stanley, may all your dreams come true. May your life continue to blossom with no regrets. Good luck.